Good, welcome you guys back to my channel, Nene Blobs. So today I'm making a wrap up for 4 months. So I actually made a wrap up for August, September and October, but the video isn't working well with me and it's really annoying and like I'm not getting it to work out the way I wanted to. So now I've decided to put all 4 months together, August, September, October and November, and tell you guys my wrap up for all 4 months. So let's just get started. So the first book that I read was The Last Leaves Falling by Sarah Benwell. And this follows a Japanese character, I think is Japanese, and he has a disability and by the day he's kind of getting sicker and worse. And my expectation while picking this up was about this boy who like faces his problems and like conquers obstacles, and like I was maybe expecting like a bad ending, but what I got out of this book was not really what I wanted to get out of it. For me it was kind of depressing. Like the whole book just put a downer on my whole like day, and also the ending was not my favorite. Like it just made me so annoyed. Like why did I even read this because of the ending? The thing that I did like was the diversity, because he is Japanese and he makes friends online, and so like they don't know each other, but then like it's also friendship, growing friendship, and I enjoyed that part of it, but the rest I did not really enjoy, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Girl in the Blue Coat by Monica Hees, and this book follows Hanneke, and she is a German girl during the Second World War. And although she is a German, she still works in the black market to like get rations and to give it to this one company who I think helps like the people around their community. And for her it's always about surviving and like always fending for herself, until one day one of her clients asks her to find a missing Jewish girl, and she has to decide if she's gonna get out of her comfort zone to help this lady or stay and just survive for herself. And through this you get a lot of different perspectives, and also it's a mystery, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and also it's a historical fiction, so I love historical fictions. So I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. So the next 3 books are part of a trilogy, and at the moment I don't have the 3 books. I lent it out to my best friend because I loved it so much. It is the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. The Summer I Turned Pretty Will Always Have Summer and It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. So personally I enjoyed the first one the most. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I gave the second one 4.5 out of 5 stars, and the third one 4 out of 5 stars. For me it just went a bit downhill. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of people feel like it went uphill, but I enjoyed the first one the most. I don't know why. I think I just read it at the perfect time. But all in all, this is one of my favorite contemporary trilogies of all time. I enjoyed this series so much. If you guys don't know what this trilogy is about, it's about this girl who goes to this specific summer holiday house with her family and her mom's best friend and her 2 sons, and there she makes a lot of memories, and now she's 16 and she's all grown up and she's experiencing new things, and also just like finding herself kind of and growing up there. It's just a really good holiday read. If you guys are looking for something to read during the holiday, pick it up. It's like really fun to read, and although the main characters are a bit angsty and teenage, for me it was like perfect because I'm 16 and it's very relatable for me to read. And even if you're not that age, just read it. It's just gonna make you like remember all your feelings when you were that age. And yeah, so I really recommend that series. The whole trilogy together I gave 5 out of 5 stars. Now we're going to the books I read in November, and I've got to say I was busy with exams that whole month, so I couldn't really read, even though I was so wanting to read a book. In the month of November I only read 2 books, but I really enjoyed both books, so let's just start. So the first book that I read in November was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book was so good. I've got to say it's like one of my favorite books. I was expecting it to be really good, and it really was really good. So this is set in a futuristic world, and in this world you actually live on the internet. Like there's a virtual world where you can be where you can be on and you can live there and you literally can like go to school there, you can shop there. It's really, really like interesting and futuristic. And basically the person that made that game or that virtual world, he died, and when he died he left his whole world into these Easter eggs, and whoever finds the third Easter egg will get his whole company. And now at first everyone bought the game and like was trying to find these Easter eggs, which is like hidden in these very like obscure places, but for like 10 years I think no one has found anything. And then the book starts where the main character finds the first key to the first egg. So it's very, very complicated and I can't really explain it properly, but all I've got to say is you have to pick it up. It has like references to other time periods and it's just so interesting, and like the gaming part of it, like I love watching people play games on the internet or react to games, and this is like one of those type of things. It's just a book, and like I want to reread it because it was so good, and also just like a mystery, and you had to find these eggs and it was like you were playing the game with the main character. And also just the characters and the diversity in this book was really, really interesting. And yeah, Ernest Cline was like a genius with this book. I'm so happy with this book and I'm so happy that I read it. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Then I actually picked up Humans Bow Down by James Patterson, but I DNF'd it because I felt like it wasn't really checking any boxes for me, so I just stopped reading it, put it down. I don't think I'm ever going to pick it up again, but this is also a futuristic world where robots kind of control everything, and like humans have to bow down to the robots and the robots are in control, and it was just a bit like out of my comfort zone, so I think I went a bit too far with that. I'll see how I feel in a few years maybe. Then the last book that I read in the month of November is a very exciting book for me. It is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Okay, so after writing my last exam, I came home and this was on the table and I was just so excited for it. From the first time I heard that John Green was writing a new book, I was like, I am going to buy that book because John Green. And I only read 2 of his books, but I really liked both of them, and like his writing is so interesting. Like The Fault in Our Stars is one of my favorite books of all time, so I was like really excited to read this book. If you guys don't know what it's about, it follows this character called Asa, and she has OCD and I think a bit of anxiety, and she gets thrown into this investigation kind of. The investigation is on this missing billionaire who is missing, so they're trying to find clues to find him, and through that she also like makes new relationships and also just like rekindles some of her old friendship. So the only thing that I didn't completely like was some of the stuff made me a bit uncomfortable. The rest of the stuff I really enjoyed. I loved seeing her perspective on things. And mainly I loved the friendship. She has a best friend and they are like besties. Only a bit at the end I got a bit annoyed with them, but they were like goals and I love their friendship. We are also introduced to the child of the billionaire, and he loves poetry and writing, so that's where the literature part comes in, and I've got to say it's just so good. That part where we just see a lot of literature and like English and like fun facts, it's like iconic for John Green to put it into his books, and I just love it so much. Like it's something I want to reread and like underline in my books and like really like study the words, and like it's just like quotes and fun things from classic books or classic shows. Yeah, so I really loved a lot of this book, so I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So with this I also added 2 more books that I read during the year for school. So the first one is Buckingham Palace District 6 by Richard Reeves, and I really enjoyed it. It was very interesting to see all the perspectives of people, and also it's what happened in South Africa and in District 6, and I really recommend everyone to read it because it's very insightful. So I think I give it 5 out of 5 stars just because I had to study it so much, and I actually like got to like experience what the people felt, and the message behind it is just really important. And then the second book was Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare. We read it this year. It was my first Shakespeare. I'm not sure what I give it. I feel like I kind of give it 4.5 or 4 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5 out of 5 star read for me. I don't know, like some parts I just felt like it was unnecessary, but the other parts, like the poetic parts, even though I couldn't understand half of what was happening, I just loved the writing style. It was my first Shakespeare, so it kind of introduced me to Shakespeare, and I want to read more of his books because of it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so sorry that it came to a 4-month wrap-up. A lot of things just happened and I couldn't get the one video to work, so I just decided to remake the video, and I hope it came out good, and I hope I can just quickly edit it and upload it for you guys, because I want to get it uploaded as soon as possible. If you guys read any of these books, please tell me down below and tell me how you guys like them. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please like this video. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. During this month of December, I am making 2 videos a week. Usually I only make 1. So please stay tuned to my channel to watch more of my videos, which will be a lot of Christmassy videos because it's December. Okay, so see you guys next time. Blob!